anybody who's tuning in right now while we're getting everything working, we are money for Flint, Michigan. They have not had clean water in over 5 years, which is horrifying, and we need to get that changed. And one thing we can do right now while we are working on making those changes is get them water in the interim, and that's what we're here for. So please donate. Yes. Please, if you have it to spare,
please do.
They really need the help.
Yes, and the link is in the chat, so you can always click on it at any point in time. All right, so we'll start again. You all arrive at the Match Theater. The small amphitheater before you was once home to the best operas and plays in the world. Its structure has seen better days, but even surrounded by its own wreckage, this dilapidated beauty reminds you a bit of Rome's Colosseum. Now the theater remains empty, only to be reopened again in the minds of those who remember the life that it held within it. Sadly, it only serves as the meeting place for the remaining leaders of the mortal race. And before you, surrounded by dust and limestone, you notice a marble pedestal sitting in the entryway. Upon it, there is an old-fashioned recording device. What would you like to do?
I'd like to examine the recording device.
Okay, so you're just going to walk right up to it?
No. I'm gonna sneak real darn good and carefully.
All right, so as you sneak up to it, all of a sudden it begins playing.
What is it playing?
I will tell you. All right, so now I'm going to play this for the chat. So the players, if you want, listen in on Twitch and you'll be able to hear it there. Yeah, 1 second.
Okay, so
Stupid
it's an
ad.
egg muffin with no egg,
yeah,
no
the
cheese.
ad is going to be
English muffin, right? So that's just... Yes, it's him.
That's my hand. It sounds really weird. Okay, here we go.
Just him.
Can you hear it?
Not weird. Not weird.
Is it coming up okay? Can you hear it? Is it coming up okay? Can you hear it? Is it coming up okay? Can you hear it? Can you? No?
Greetings, my friends. I hope that you are as well as you can be in these trying times. As you all well know, the world is in terrible jeopardy. We cannot sustain our way of life much longer, and we have no desire to give up all that we have fought for. Therefore, it falls to you to take back that which was stolen from us many years ago. You are tasked with retrieving the magic from the Estland conglomerate's stronghold, the Iron House. We have managed to use the last of our resources to obtain a set of simple schematics of the interior of the Iron House. These cost us lives, so please use them well. You will see on the schematics that there are 2 ways to enter the Iron House. You can infiltrate the sewer system or go through the exhaust pipes. The choice is yours. Once inside, the complex is broken down into 4 quadrants. You must make your way through a quadrant to the central chamber, where the magic is being held captive. Free it, and return this great planet to its former glory. Heart depends upon you, my friends. I am sorry this burden must be yours, but without you, we have no choice but to submit to the conglomerate. May the Everbloom smile upon.
All right, so that is what you hear. And then sitting next to the pedestal, you see that there are 6 canteens, 7 filtration masks, schematics that were mentioned in the recording that are marked appropriately with entry points. And what seems to be out of place on the schematics are the numbers 4, 25, 20, 14 in small print.
Can you go back and repeat from the canteens and such?
Sure. There are 6 canteens, 7 filtration masks, the schematics that were mentioned in the recording. They are listed with the entry points, and it also seems that in the top right-hand side there's a number which is out of place. It's 4, 25, 20, 14. When you pick up the canteens, they're filled with recycled pure water. So each one of you can have one if you'd like. Each one contains 5 drinks of water. And the masks allow you to walk through air that is poisonous without dying or being affected. All right, what would you like to do?
I'm going to jump down and grab a canteen.
Mm-hmm.
And
Pick
mask.
one up.
Now I assume that we've all probably been to this theater at least once or twice.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything that looks out of place beyond like what's obviously out of place?
No, everything looks normal. Mm-hmm.
I would pick up one of the masks,
Okay.
kind of examine it, and then put it on.
Okay. Nothing happens to you. You can still breathe.
Cool.
I just read it. Okay, the masks are safe.
Oh, good. Thanks for checking that, darling.
One of the masks is unusually tiny.
Oh, is it?
Perhaps for a bat.
Oh, I believe I will go pick up one human mask, one baby bat mask, and one canteen of water.
Because I really want that little guy to live.
Oh, I do too. Thank you.
It's going to kill me if anything happens to that little thing. It's
Hey,
so
but
small.
screw him if he gets thirsty.
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm going to share my water. I'm a good familiar owner.
So now I get 6 and 7.
Hmm. So did you all want to get acquainted with each other?
I feel like Colt and I know each other fairly well.
Yeah, I mean, you've been riding on my shoulders for a while.
A while, yeah.
keeping me safe under the trench coat, so I can just shadow step out and then beat people.
And then it really messes with people because I just like drop right into the trench coat, and it's just like I curl up in a fetal position so that it becomes like a fluffy ball. Like,
And Bernie, what is your
have
character?
we been adventuring together before, or not?
Well, it's up to you guys. Some of you know
Yes.
each other, some of you don't.
I'm all for us like at least having a passing knowledge of one another and having at least worked once or twice together, because I think that speeds up adventures that are timed.
I agree.
I know.
I think we know each other's skill sets.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been working with the group for a while.
Yeah. Who's the person that doesn't overly trust me? I want one person to be slightly suspicious, like not like crazy suspicious, but like who's someone that doesn't fully
Don't be
trust me?
suspicious. Don't.
I like
That
that.
would be the soldier actually. That would be me.
Okay, cool.
All right. So you know that the journey is going to be quite long. So is there anything you wanted to prepare before you make your way out? It is incredibly hot. You can expect that dehydration and heat exhaustion will be a thing.
Oh my!
Is there?
I just had a really good idea for how we can still get liquid, and it's gross as hell, but it would work.
Oh,
I
no.
mean, we've been told that this is recycled water, yes. So,
Hmm.
do we know how they recycle it, where it comes from, and what the process is?
So you know that it is from the conglomerate. Currently, they have taken as much water from the environment and have taken it and fortified it at what's called the Iron House. They have different machinery and things like that that filter the water within it.
All right. Are those portable things, or are they permanent buildings?
Permanent buildings. Hmm.
All right. Well, where is let's see. Does anyone know anything about anything we heard in the recording?
So you know that there's going to be 2 entry points to get into Iron House.
Right, we have the sewers and the exhaust pipes.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 quadrants within that lead to a central chamber. And we have to release some magic, yes?
Correct.
and I can talk. I swear. Looking at the note that CA had sent me before the game, I'm going to just hand it to. One sec. I looked at my notes here again. I would hand it to Fabian. Like, you can read, right?
Yes.
Because
I can also write.
Oh, good.
Wow, we have a man of many talents here.
And you see, there's a note on there that mentions that the defenses are automated sentries, and of course, the poisonous gas that may be guarding our kind of way to get in.
All right, so we know that the defenses are you sharing that?
Yeah, I would expect him to read it to everyone because legit Colt cannot read.
All right, so we know that the defenses are, they're sentries?
Automated sentries and poisonous gas.
All right, so we'll definitely need the masks then.
The masks are going to come in handy.
I know that about where they're located. It's 8 hours, 10 if we stop in the shade to rest. So it's quite a journey.
And we're going to have to be mindful of the diggers. The diggers go for any bit of water they can possibly find. It doesn't matter where it is. So be mindful of your canteens and be mindful of the diggers. They will literally pick you up or destroy you.
I might be able to help us disguise them. And I whip out my disguise kit and I start trying to doctor everything to make it look like it's either, lumps and bumps or part of the way the clothes drape. So make it really not appear to be part of, not look like canteens, but rather part of bodies and clothing.
Well, I think that'll help, but I'm not too sure myself how the diggers actually know what the water is. All I know is they were created by a scientist. So let's hope that this, and I sort of look down and I'm like, you do good work. This is impressive.
So fun note, Nar looks right now very much like a high elf. She's like very traditional, blonde, blue-eyed, elvish looking. Those of you who know her well know that's not really what she looks like at all. So that's kind of how she goes about a lot of her day-to-day in the city.
Nice.
Good choice.
Mm-hmm. So everyone is covered with this disguise?
Does anyone else know anything about the journey that we might be facing?
What you do know is that since you are traveling at such a long distance, like had you mentioned about 8 hours, is that for every hour that you're walking, you need to drink water for each time. But there's only 5 drinks of water in each canteen.
Oh, so just wait. Okay, so we have this like knowledge innately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna look over at Edith, and Edith, I know we haven't traveled all that much together, but I think if we sacrificed some of the beasts I have in my bag, that could provide us with a little bit of liquid and sustenance to get us through those tougher challenges. What do you think?
I think my old heart cannot take this idea of sacrificing these beasts.
They're magical. They're only temporary to begin with. You know this.
They're still little critters. They're beautiful little critters that need to be preserved.
But then,
so you think
do they actually have fluids in them?
That's a good question. I've never cut one open to find out.
Well, I guess we can all find out together then.
No.
We don't have to. We don't have
My
to cut it
experience
open.
has
Like
been
a bonding activity.
if you kill a magical beast, they tend to poof. They don't so much die.
How many magical beasts have you killed? And what is poofing?
Never mind. Just try it out yourself.
I grab my bat and just kind of pull her closer to me.
Aw.
I start giving her some pets and
Edith,
kind of give it to the eye.
your bat has too liquid in it to be worthwhile. I would never kill your bat.
I'm still a little worried. I think you can understand my skepticism and my
I
caution.
can't. I want to keep the humanoids alive.
Are there plants along the way?
With the slight slip of the tongue, the Dragonborn gives you a look.
Are there plants along the way?
No, most of the environment, it's very harsh, a lot of dust and dirt, very little places to find shade. Most of the trees are dead, the grass is gone.
I didn't catch before. How many drinks do we need a day?
We need 1 an hour to survive.
1 an hour. Okay.
And we have 5 each in our canteen.
And I have a bat to care for.
And it's
Oh.
8
How,
hours to your
I have a me to care for.
Yeah.
And Colt is just looking at everybody. I don't know what everybody's problem is. I mean, we're all hardy. Okay, I'm hardy.
Are there any stores in town?
No, it's just stretch of land from here all the way until the Iron House.
How hard is it to break into the water recycling plant?
It is fortified. There has been many, many people over the years who have tried to break into it, but thousands and thousands have died.
Do I know of any less than reputable water sellers?
Water cellars?
Mm-hmm.
You know some shady, crazed nomads who will sell you poisonous water.
Can
That I
anyone
could-
purify that water?
I was just say that I can fix.
You'd have to find one.
Is there anything else in here? Are there any hidden chambers or
No,
rooms? Or...
nope, nothing's hidden. The theater that you're standing in front of is just in pieces, so you can see from one end to the other, but nothing seems to be going on.
Is there anything I can use as a shield?
As a shield?
Yeah. Computer strapped to my arm or my back.
No, there's really only like pieces of wall, unless you wanted to take
That
like the
works.
pedals. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you can
I'll
take a piece of
wall.
wall.
Have a piece of wall as a shield.
If there is like a just decrepit old chair, I just want to take the seat off of it.
Yes, you can have a decrepit old
So
chair.
you're just going to see these two hands like underneath the trench coat.
He's a strange little fella. Isn't he?
There's a reason that we mentioned in chat why I thought about that.
I missed the reference.
All right. Well, doesn't seem like we can do a whole lot more here. Shall we bust in? And what do you guys think? Up high or down low?
I'm not a fan of heights, you know.
I would examine low first. If there seems to be no good opportunity, then we consider the other.
I like the way you think, Fabian.
Well, let's get
Think
going.
like
then.
me. I'm a little biased about that.
So how much travel time do we have?
As much as it takes, but it's expected to take us 8 hours.
And we
It's
only have
really
5
hours.
hours worth of water.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 5 hours worth of water. Yeah,
I have 2.5 hours worth of water.
it's very true. And I
should kill the
technically
bat.
have,
I mean,
like,
we could
100 hours of water.
move relatively quickly. I'm thinking we can all dash to get there as much as we can.
And if it becomes too hot, I can cast darkness over us.
Oh,
Oh.
I can see in the dark.
And that
Oh.
would count as shade, yeah.
Now we're talking.
As I'm just walking with with Roscoe on my shoulders, we get too hot.
Nard takes out some fabric and kind of rigs a makeshift umbrella
I was about to ask if there's a place I could buy an umbrella, like one of those fancy goth ones with the lace.
You have to be so
Fancy.
specific.
Okay.
We're basically in ruins, right?
Who wants to ride an animal?
Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
would that get us there faster?
Yeah.
Well, let's.
I mean,
Well-
they'll die partway through. Let's be real here.
Yeah, because you're gonna have
well,
to.
we need to get there.
But-
So.
The
Yeah,
animal needs
exactly.
water as well. Hmm.
Do we know of anywhere we can grab a cart?
No, there's nothing to buy
No,
anything on the way
there's
there.
nothing.
Mhm.
We
It's a
can drag
desolate
We're
wasteland.
basically
the stone that everyone sits on.
Architectural ruins in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, I'm gonna take out my bag of tricks, and I'm gonna toss one just to see what we get. Guys, I have a giant weasel, which I think. Who's small enough to ride on a giant weasel besides the bats?
I just pointed at the two in the trench coat.
Probably the halfling. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys watch as I hop off and I jump on my giant weasel. I'm super stoked on this, and then
Oh, so you're taken care of.
well, here's one steed, and then I toss another one up. And a black bear. Someone can ride a black bear.
Oh, probably the biggest of us, right?
Yeah.
Black bears aren't very big,
That would
I ha-
probably be,
but they are big enough to carry a dragonborn.
yeah,
would-
I have an idea for that actually.
Cool. And then go ahead.
I've got some rope. I'm gonna find a piece of wall or a door, something that I could pull behind it.
Okay.
I'm gonna lash a door to the back of the bear.
The
Okay,
image
so
in
I'm
my
going
mind
to tell
is
the
first-
bear to stay still while you're doing this.
Yep.
Then I'm going to bust out my last one, and someone gets to ride a fucking jackal.
Ooh.
I can't tell you how much I love that.
Pretty cool.
A giant weasel and a jackal.
Yeah.
Well, let's be
Black
real.
bear just like regally behind.
I mean, let's be serious here. Edith and I can move pretty quickly if we need to. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I assume the sled that I make can hold two, because the bear could probably pull two. It's got a decent strength,
Mhm.
and worst case scenario, we can make it work.
And if
Yeah.
we need more mounts, I'm happy to roll my. I also have a bag of tricks.
What?
That's
Edith,
our
why you been keeping it secret from me?
Sorry, you talked about killing a bunch of animals. I didn't really want to tell you that I had quite a few.
Oh, and you are part animal, so of course you'd be scared of me saying
She
that.
was just lost.
Sorry.
Now keep in mind these animals will need water too. So
No,
How
they
long-
just
how
we
long do
ride
they
them till they
last?
die.
How long do they last?
not
typically?
kidding.
No,
Like into the
they're
Feywild.
magical beasts. They shouldn't need food or water.
That's the whole point. This is just about shaving time off the journey.
Yep.
They last for an hour.
So we can.
and they don't
probably
need
double,
food or water?
Yeah, they're
I mean-
magical.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, they just disappear after the hour. So would we be able to double move, shave an extra hour off our time if we take the mounts?
Is everyone going to be on a mount?
I can,
Mount
go
Got
ahead,
enough mounts to go around.
I can go ahead and roll mine. Should I go ahead and roll mine?
Well, let's see who still needs a mount, because I've got one. Colt has one.
I have one, and
I don't-
one
has
more.
one.
Can I ride on the sled with your bear?
Yes,
Then I'm good.
I would. I actually suggest it.
Right on. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So that leaves 2, I believe, right?
Okay. Well, so and the other two, do you guys want to try to roll up a mount of your own,
Edith.
or could one of you
Edith?
get on the bear? Because now we have a
Edith?
sled behind the bear.
On the bear.
Can
There's
you
Yes, I could be on the bear. I'll ride a
Then
bear.
the bear.
just like, can you make yourself small enough for your bat to carry?
Oh my god, I can cast.
Or
Hold on.
yeah,
Hold on. I can cast.
'cause I've seen you make some things big and small before, and it's pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes. So the target size is half. I'd be halved in all dimensions, and I'd be reduced in weight to 1/8 my normal weight.
Or do you want to make one of the fastest things bigger?
Yeah,
It's all on it.
Jackal.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna get giant here.
Or if we have a
Nice.
giant bear, I'm just saying, giant bear
Yeah.
can probably hold everybody.
Giant
And-
bear with a big ass sled.
Yeah.
And then if he decides to like start doing the whole like whip thing, if we get attacked, right? We just get him to spin the circle.
That's right.
Some nay-nay in there.
People.
Here we go. So it's gonna double in all dimensions. Its weight's gonna be multiplied by 8. This thing's
That
gonna
thing's a fucking
be
wall.
enormous.
I don't know if anyone's going to want to mess with us.
This is probably true. This is probably true. Yeah, so I'm going to, let me make sure I'm using the spell slot so I don't cheat. There we go. I'm going to cast, here's the problem with Reduce. It is a concentration spell, but that just means I can't cast another concentration spell, right? I can still do cantrips and stuff if I need to.
Right.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and enlarge this bubber. How long does it last? Casting time 1 action, duration 1 minute.
Oh,
Have 1 minute of an incredibly large bear.
Okay.
never mind.
Right.
Never mind.
Nah,
Turn the bear into a wall.
that's not worth using your slot over.
No.
Yeah, let's.
If we get attacked, it's worth keeping in
True,
mind.
true, true.
That's a very
Okay.
good idea.
Why don't we? Let's see if anybody else can either roll up a mount or can double speed for a little bit. I
Can
don't know.
anyone make us go faster?
Oh yeah, can anybody haste or?
Long strider or
Yeah, I cannot. I can tell you that as a fact.
Did anyone loot a body at some point in time for some sweet boots or a sweet cloak or anything sweet like that?
no.
Mm.
I mean, that's all I
I
got to
do
say.
have a sweet cloak, but it's not for that.
Mm.
Does it look like I'm rolling up 2 more? It's 2 more that we need, right?
Or one
Yep.
big one.
Yeah. One,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what we end up with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So first, this is D8. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. We have a giant goat.
Nice.
I love it.
I would assume you can both ride a giant goat. They are
That's
pretty.
badass.
Nar, would you like to ride this giant goat with me?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
I think we should get on the road though.
Huh?
A long journey ahead.
So now, out of curiosity, is the street between us and the fortified water recycling plant, is that part of a former city?
So Match is actually a city.
Okay, so this is all within Match?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, baby, because we travel twice as fast when not in combat in my city. 'Cause I know how to move.
City.
So,
Okay.
we have sweet mounts, we got double time until we're in combat.
And to make us harder to see, as soon as we're all mounted up, I'm expending one of my Kai points. I'm casting darkness over the whole party. And because you're all friendly to me, you don't need to have dark vision to see through magical darkness.
Oh,
Nice.
But if you do have dark vision, you have a advantage on perception checks.
Nice.
Boom. All right.
they have
Feel like
devil's
we're
sight. You're
transforming
my
from the
favorite.
mountaintop.
I feel like this is kind of like a joke.
All right.
Bear,
Also,
weasel, a jackal,
I
goat
can
walk into the
burn
wasteland.
I'm a
And
fan
nobody
of
can
darkness.
see them. Just a cloud of black.
They just see a cloud of black moving through, and they might hear some 80s Doors playing.
There's nothing shady about that.
For some reason, Riders on the Storm now exists in this world.
Yes. That's perfect.
So, do we have a sense of where the actual conglomerate is?
You do, yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
And looking at the schematics, do those numbers make any sense to us at this point? Do we have any idea of what they might mean?
You do not. Mhm.
Okay. Do we know where the sentries are?
So yes. The note of TK, how do you pronounce your character's name?
Cole.
Cole. Okay. So Cole's note that he read aloud to you shows you where the turrets are.
Okay.
So I can actually show you a picture of it.
I'll go ahead and mark those on the map so we have them.
Okay. So I put it up on the Twitch channel. Is your
Mhm.
image? It's there with the turrets
That's some
listed.
fancy stuff.
Fancy.
Mind dropping that in the Twitter as well?
Sure. Yeah. Got it.
Oh.
Da-da-da.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun. Bum, 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 bum.
There you go.
All right. So we're on the road. Yes. Can we
Yeah.
get on the road?
Yes. So you are on your
So-
way in a massive cloud.
On animals.
On
Moving
animals.
quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah, bear.
Are we planning to stop and rest in the shade?
We're covered in shade because we're in magical.
right. We don't have to.
Yeah, it comes
Yeah.
with us.
So,
Uh,
so basically, we should ideally cover roughly 2 hours worth of travel time in this while we have the mounts,
Okay.
because we're moving double time. Unless we run into combat, then we have that break. So let's make haste.
Maybe no one will mess with a giant cloud of dark clouds just rolling through the- Maybe they'll just be like, yeah, no, not today.
Yeah,
No,
no.
looks like the conglomerate's creating something new to poison us with. Let's stay the F away.
They've got
Yeah.
buildings as shields and doors.
Yeah, it is definitely a loud caravan coming with. You've got a bear pulling a giant sled, and it's just a door, so it's just pulling behind. It leaves this giant wide trail behind the cloud. Yeah, people would probably be like,
So what you're saying
no.
is we're subtle as a brick to the face?
hey, Cole's whole thing. I mean, I'm not subtle.
No, you are not. I've been riding on your shoulders for a while now.
Mhm.
When
So-
I'm the subtle one, we're in trouble.
Hey,
So
you do all the talking. I do all the hitting. This is an agreement we had.
It is. It's true. And when I want to hit you, throw me up.
So you
All
managed
right.
to make it 2 hours, and with the breeze of going so fast, you don't have to worry about heat exhaustion. You're doing well. You're still very thirsty, but 2 hours, perfect. Looks great.
So
You-
first hour we make the distance of 2,
Mhm.
correct?
Yeah.
Second hour,
Excellent.
we're
Right.
thirsty.
So,
that should
technically, you're like
stretch
4
our
hours
fo-
in, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it leaves you 4 hours left. So do you drink your water the
Oh,
remainder
yeah.
way?
What is the downside if I
Yeah.
wait an extra hour to take my drink of water?
You have to suffer dehydration.
Which
Right.
Can cause
what-
all kinds of things to happen. It's a mystery.
I
I'm
would
gonna have a drink.
Can I check to see if from my past experience in battle, because I fought in the last water wars,
Mm-hmm.
could I see if I know what those symptoms might look like?
You can, yeah.
Okay. Can I do a medicine?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, 25.
Nice.
Ooh. So you know if you go without an hour, fatigue is going to set in and your movements are going to be very sluggish. You're going to feel very heavy. So your speed is going to decrease by at least 10 feet.
Okay.
Did you want the second hour too?
No. Just to see what the negative consequence would be. So yeah, I know. I suggest to everybody drink up. We might find water on the way.
this is what I do.
Well, just
Glug,
just
glug,
think,
glug.
Does anyone not need to move fast? Because I need to move fast.
We are making haste to get to our destination. At least until we get there, we should probably make sure we are staying hydrated.
As long as one of you is taller than me, I can appear behind whatever we got to appear behind. If it casts a shadow,
So can I have some
Oh,
of your
yeah.
water just in case? Is what I'm saying.
Mm.
I would hand you my water. Be like, here you go.
Awesome.
I will
I'll pour
since
some of this tonight.
I'm actually quite a bit taller than you. If you would like to ride on top, you may. I'll piggyback the halfling.
Hey, who are you calling a halfling? I'm a very stout orc.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Very
the
stout.
Yes, the very
Very
stout. Or-
Stouty the forks.
You may, if you would like, I can carry you a ways.
Cool.
All right, so each of you are drinking water, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
And then-
you are down 3 drinks from your canteens each. You are now 1 hour away And as you're moving along, the roads are cracked and riddled with massive sinkholes. Great pits where underground aquifers rested are now dry. There's several deep, dark wells that dot 50% of the open fields, which monuments to the desperate search for water. The air is dry, causing it hard for you guys to breathe, and each hour you spend outside brings dehydration closer to you. At the distance of about 30 feet, there appears to be it looks like the rear end of a type of abdominum or something sticking out of the dirt. There are 8 legs digging furiously at the ground, and bits and pieces of debris are flying through the air. It appears to be unaware of your existence.
Guys, stop.
Can I do some perception check on that thing?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
These
Natural,
are the
natural 20
Ooh.
to a total of 23.
Oh, nice.
What is this digging thing?
So you're not sure what it is. However, one of your adventurers had mentioned this earlier. Mark, would you like to talk about it?
These are the diggers I was telling you about that will plow through any living thing, any dead thing to find the smallest drop of water. We need to avoid this as much as we possibly can.
They would like to get a hold of our water.
How many of them usually go in a group?
I don't know. Right now I only see one. It may only be one. I have not ventured out this way very often because it's been futile to do so.
Well, look, if they're hoarding water in Sealand, they probably have some. We might be able to fill up.
There's probably water where it's digging. That's probably why
correct.
it's so ferocious.
And you also know with the
my
nat 20 that it is man-made.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I see with the nat 20? Do I see any signs of others?
No, you do not
Just
see
the
any
one?
others. Just the one. Mm-hmm. And because there's not anything to hide, there's no real foliage or anything. Like you can see at faraway distances, and you do not see anything else.
How well do I know these things, given the information that you gave me? Do I fully know what these are without essentially having built it?
You do, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So these are scientific constructs. They are machines. They are not manned by any living thing, as far as I know. Correct? Right? They're strictly constructs.
Mm-hmm.
So they have 8 legs. I like the way you think, Nar. I think we could take it out if we all focused in on one leg to throw it off balance and possibly drain it of the water that we could bring back or save ourselves.
And before we do that, can I use True Strike to get some insight into its defenses?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to hex it as well.
Okay.
Hold off on the hex until we can get some more information and get a little closer. Maybe we can suss out some kind of a plan real quick.
Well, I'd like to get it on it before we go into a combat with it.
That's fair. Just
It
maybe
should be aware of it.
So what did you get, Stinky?
Doesn't know it happens.
Sorry, what was that? CA?
What did you get?
Oh, what do I? Okay, so all I do is I point a finger at the target, and so I point at it. Hello, young sir. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided the spell hasn't ended. So this is like a foreknowledge kind of spell.
Right.
So I guess it would just give me some information from you about what this little guy's like. Or do I need to roll? I don't think I need to roll an attack roll.
No, you don't have to. No. Mm.
Perfect.
Yes. So you know that it is resistant to bludgeoning or piercing type damage. Slashing from non-magical attacks will not work also. It can't be blinded, charmed, deafened, or poisoned.
What can it be done?
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Definitely, yeah. So it is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. And it is immune to being charmed, deafened, poisoned, and blinded.
All right. Well, that's
is it strictly metallic, or does it look like it has bionic parts?
It just looks metallic.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I say we are we gonna try and take the water then, guys?
Yep.
Let's do it.
I can set it on fire. I have things to fire. Fire would work, right?
I've got this. Let's take it. So we'll have to try and draw it out once we're ready. 'Cause this
Okay.
is-
And you have advantage because it doesn't know you're here.
I'm going to cast False Life on myself.
Okay.
And then, yeah, let's do this.
Are you casting your hex, Jen?
Yes, I have cast my hex, and I have my rapier ready to go.
Okay. And what does hex do? Just so I know.
Hex is gonna put. It gives me an extra. It's I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic whenever I hit it with an attack.
Okay.
I also get to choose an ability when I cast a spell. It has disadvantage on ability checks with that.
Okay.
I also I want to scoop up a bug off of the ground and put it in my pocket just for later.
Okay.
My own purposes.
Hmm.
But
So everyone sees them pick up a hot perch and stuff it in their pocket.
Yeah.
I have purposes and I snap my pocket shut. I've done that.
Don't question me.
Let's put the disadvantage on dexterity attacks.
Okay.
On dexterity as the stat. So
And how long does that last?
that lasts for it's concentration up to an hour.
You got it. Perfect.
Okay.
So it's
Are you
still
ready?
unaware.
Yep.
Yeah. How do you want to approach it?
I
Um,
will. Go
I'll
ahead.
follow you. I'm gonna sneak up with you.
I'm going to.
I'm gonna pull out my my little sharp spear.
So, just since we all had fought together before, you all would know not to get too close to me when I'm fighting something.
I'm gonna try to go around it as soon as you engage.
I'm sticking close to Ehrenbach because he throws the biggest shadow.
I move my goat as far away from oh gosh, I drove names Nar, so that because I know my little goat just doesn't want to be there. I give it a little kiss on its forehead, tell it I'll be right back, and then I get ready to go fight.
Nar's mask of many faces disguise drops away, and she goes into her normal self, which is this very pallid skin. She's half shark eyes, so she's got slightly pointed ears, kind of elvish features, but they're very pallid. And she's got almost white eyes and black hair, and you see her eyes start to glow a little bit.
Oh, it's on.
Awesome. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
All right. So those who are physically approaching, you're going to need stealth checks.
Guy.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Anybody do anything to help with stealth checks, by the way?
Yeah,
Seven.
I rolled it myself.
So Stinky got a 7. What else?
19.
19.
22.
Oh, fun.
15.
I have to math real quick because my stealth plus my bonus for being in shadows. 28.
Oh yeah, we're in shadow for this, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have a bonus? Do we have advantage since we're in darkness?
To be like hidden.
Hidden,
Stealthy.
perchance? Hidden?
I don't know
Right.
if it would be that dark that they wouldn't see you.
Right.
Well,
you
we're
are in
coming
bright
up
sun.
on its ass, though. To
Mhm.
be fair, we're coming up on its ass. So unless it has eyes in its butt, which it might, it's a robot. I assume nothing, but I think we should logically be able to come up with some sort of a sneak attack, surprise attack.
I have a plan. Okay, as I'm approaching, I'm preparing a breath weapon in case it notices us. That said, I got a 14, so I'm not terribly disappointed. But
Okay. All right. So as you start to slowly approach, Stinky, your character is Edith, right?
Yes.
All right. So Edith is hobbling along.
As 65-year-old women often do, as I do as a 27-year-old woman.
Giving water to her baby bat, totally not paying attention.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I can add more to my initiative. It's even.
So feeding her baby bat, and she stumbles over a rock.
Oh, goodness.
The creature lifts up its head, looks around, and what you see on its head is that it has 4 different gemstones.
Oh,
So we have
shinies.
red, yellow, green, and blue. It doesn't seem to move or try to run towards anyone. He just lifts his head up, and then that's it.
Just seeing it lift its head, I let loose a lightning breath 30 feet in a line. It has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, and we have disadvantage on that. So it is just a 5.
So it fails.
So it fails.
Hoo-hoo. Okay, that is 13 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
On the metal thing, and yeah, I engage
Yeah, not bad.
battle mode.
Okay. All right. So now, what are the rest of you going to do? Are you going to run up?
I'm behind Ehrenbach, and I got to think of what I want to do, because if I do what I want to do, then we lose the shadows.
Oh.
So it's kind of a...
Is the shadow doing us any good at this juncture?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to shadow step from where I am to any area of shadow that the creature casts that allows me within striking distance.
Okay.
I wish I
And,
was on your shoulders.
and then I'm going to see if I can hit it.
Okay.
And that is...
Have I reached the target by chance?
Yeah. Are we in initiative order or are we?
Right.
Not yet.
Does a 22 hit?
It does. Yes.
And I'm going to expend a Kai point to make my next hit magical damage.
Okay.
And it has to make a con saving throw or
Ooh.
be, weirdly enough, knocked prone.
Only a 13.
Let's see. It passes, darn. But it's going to take... I got to roll that again. 14 points of magical striking damage.
Perfect. Okay.
From a strange monk halfling orc.
The hork.
More.
Hey, halflings are half one thing, half another.
Exactly.
And
More.
They're
Good.
halves and halflings.
is it Fabian or Fabian?
Fabian.
Fabian, what are you doing?
I'm moving up.
Okay.
Going to give so I don't forget. No, I'm not. Coming at this from as much behind as possible, and making well, from
Yeah.
the rear, as it were.
Yeah.
Sort of coming up from.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly
I want to approach it from the end that the head isn't, as it were.
I don't know if it sounds
Or
better.
was.
Oh.
Yes.
Nope.
Okay.
We're going at legs, right?
Okay.
That's what we're after. Okay.
I actually, when I see the gems, can I say, forget the legs, go for the gems?
The gems are on the head.
Mhm.
The head is where the mouth is, I'll bet.
Mm-hmm.
The mouth might have teeth.
So just at the bug butt, it's about 30 feet. So you would have to move twice to get to the head.
I would like to I'll use my movement to go to reach the creature and still make an attack this round.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
2.
It does not hit.
Nope. This time, I'd like to use my bonus action to give Nar a Bardic Inspiration die.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And having used my movement, that's all I got.
All right.
Whoosh!
Roscoe, what is your character doing?
2d8.
So, Roscoe,
Six.
Edith, did you
Yeah.
share with everybody the things that you learned about the beastie?
Oh, yeah. I shared everything immediately.
I realized that my weapons aren't going to do a whole lot of damage, so fucked if I'm getting that close.
Mhm.
So I'm going to first.
Okay, don't try not to make any of us feel stupid.
So
if you can help
first
it.
I'm gonna run over to Edith and make sure she's okay. It's going to be the first thing I do.
Okay.
And as I near Edith, I'm going to pull out my short bow and I'm going to take a shot.
Okay.
I pull my bat because I'm a little bit nervous still with him around.
And that's a 21 to hit.
Okay. And is this piercing damage?
Yes, it'll be piercing.
Okay. And it's magical or no?
It is non-magical and it'll be sneak attack as well.
Okay.
So that is going to be, do you want, that's 10, 12, 17, so 8 damage to the beastie, if you have it.
Okay. So you see this arrow
Huzzah!
go right
Yeah.
by.
So,
Fabian,
I
right
run,
into the leg.
I grab Edith, sort of like put her, get myself a little bit in front of her, and then just like, yunk. I knew I wasn't going to do much, but I'm not getting that close. Plus, I've seen what Nar can do,
Mm-hmm.
and I know to give a little bit of distance.
All right. So now let's roll for initiative.
Ooh, I like initiative. I'm good
Chet,
at
I think you're muted.
Yep.
I want to be on the other side of wherever Nara is going. I'm looking at
You're
wherever
best
she's heading.
friends.
I'm just going and just go this way.
18.
I got 17.
Oh, look at you.
15.
Okay.
5.
Oh, someone's excited.
3.
Who's the fastest? Let's just grab a bunch of ropes and fucking run it around the legs like a hog tie.
I can move pretty quick.
I love
have
that idea.
agility.
Like, even if we literally just do 2, it's going to put it off balance.
Well, AT-AT it.
What did you get, Jennifer?
Yeah, thank you. Right? Yeah.
I didn't roll well.
All right.
Me without my lightsaber.
You know what? You just got to learn how to shoot lasers out your whatever,
Ach,
All right. So Jennifer.
I don't have a whatever.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry.
It's Nar, right? That's how you pronounce your character's
Yes.
name? Okay, Nar, you're first.
Okay. Nar is going to run in. She is going to use a booming blade on the creature
Okay.
and attack with my rapier.
Ooh.
And so 15, 7, 22 to hit.
Yep, it's a hit.
All right, and then I get
Yay.
hammered. So it now cannot go anywhere
Okay.
because of the booming blade,
Oh, snap.
unless it chooses to take some extra damage. So it's going to do take the normal attack damage. It's going to become sheathed in booming energy until the start of my next turn. If it moves before that, it's going to take 2d8 thunder damage, and the spell ends.
Okay.
It is going to take the damage from the regular attack plus the sneak attack plus the hex, and then I'm gonna get the heck out of there. So, sneak attack.
Next time I build a rogue, I'm coming to Jen.
Yeah.
Right?
Hello.
I want to hit things hard though. That's not-
You don't say.
Oh, okay. So it is 14, 15, 16 plus 4, 20 damage.
Jinga, 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 jinga,
20
jinga.
damage.
Of that, only 3 was non. 3 plus the sneak attack was non-magical.
Okay.
9. 14 was non-magical. So 6 magical, 14 non-magical, and then there's 8 floating. 2d8 floating on it. And then using my rakish audacity, I get out. It cannot take an opportunity attack on me, and I get back out of the way.
Nice.
And not hit me.
She's stalking.
Wow.
You notice that as I summon that magic, my blade turns black, the shadows gather, and my eyes, which were glowing, turn into these dark. It's the inverse of glowing. All of the light seems to be sucked into them.
Edith is like,
I'd be
in
very
all
scared.
my years,
That's not
I've never
disconcerting
seen
at all.
such a thing.
Yeah.
I lean over this leg and
She's
like,
on our team.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh.
I have to keep reminding myself that because she's sort of terrifying.
Miles.
thinking to myself, I don't remember this happening last time we got together.
Well, Fabian, you were a little bit too busy singing.
A very high intimidation.
All right, Cole, you're next.
Oh, hey, actually, just as a point, that actually did 3d6, so he took another 4 damage from the lightning. I apologize.
Oh, actually, before Cole goes, we have reached $1,248 in donations for Flint.
Nice.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you for donating.
Wow.
We love you.
Oh, everything
Do it
just froze for
again.
me.
Now do it again.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
keep going.
Keep
You're
doing
not
it.
done.
No. All right, go ahead, Cole.
Thinking. Somebody mentioned this wonderful idea about rope.
Mhm.
Always need rope.
And let me see if. Ooh, I can do that.
Have you got one?
I do have rope.
He's got one.
He's got one.
What do you need? What do you need me to roll to tie rope around one of the legs?
Is this the same one that Fabian was going for?
I'm not sure if we were attacking the same leg.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would be on the opposite side of them from just where I stepped.
Okay.
At the risk of wooing everybody with your knowledge of rope tying, could you name a knot?
Ooh. If you can
In this
name
situation?
I thought he was in the
if you
Navy.
can name a
I'm
knot,
just
People
thinking,
maybe know how to tie knots.
if you can name at least 3 knots, I'll donate.
Yes.
You have a square knot,
Challenge.
monkey knot, noose knot, as
Flip
well as
New
Clove
knot.
hitch,
my personal
Noose,
favorite.
that's a knot.
clove
The,
hitch, sheep shank.
Don't forget about the
There's
drag
also the
knots.
boat knot and the anchor knot.
Yeah, that's a anchor knot's what we always call it the drag knot because the thing you cannot cut. It's stock. That's the kind of knot I want to tie around this thing's leg.
Oh boy, I recommend an anchor knot.
Yeah.
The leg of this
Yeah.
here beast.
All right, I will donate $25 after the stream.
This
Just for that.
card literally says slasher of Gordian knots.
So you would need at least a 15 to tie the one leg.
That's exactly what I rolled.
Yay!
was like,
Okay.
15. They're like, I can't go any higher? Really? It's for an at 20. I want to tie this leg.
Okay.
And
But just remember, you, even though you think you're an orc, you feel pretty lucky as a halfling.
yeah. And then I'm going to run towards the other side with the rope in my hand.
And trail ball bearings. Ping, ping, ping.
All right. Now that ends your turn.
Yep, that'll be it for me. As a bonus action, I'm screaming, "You better have more rope!"
All right.
Cole, I got more rope. Just come on over. I'm not getting any closer. When that thing falls, I don't want it to squish me. I know you're an orc, but I'm still a halfling.
You can use an arrow to send the rope over to him, so you don't have to get
Oh,
closer.
there we are.
Hmm.
I don't have.
But
don't
if,
have a
but if
bow,
I
but I do have a
fail
bow.
on that, that is going to get ugly.
Because I'm a monk who's strength based, so my my throw attacks are based off strength, not dex.
Oh.
All right, Edith.
But can you catch missiles yet?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So then I don't feel too bad about shooting an arrow at you because you will not take any damage.
That's the perfect thing. If you could get some rope, missile it, I can catch it.
Okay, perfect. Done.
Oh no. Edith, it's your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, because I'm a little bit nervous about everything going on. We have people winging in and out, and there's ropes, and there's my poor little bat. And so I'm a little overwhelmed right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and conjure up some meteors and use Melf's minute meteors.
Ooh.
So I'll have, I create 6 tiny meteors in my space. They float in the air in the orbit for the spell's duration. When I cast the spell and as a bonus action on each of my turns thereafter, I can expend 1 or 2 of the meteors, sending them streaking toward a point or points within 120 feet of me.
Okay.
When it impacts, it does damage, and we can get to that damage if it actually works.
And it doesn't hurt the players that are with you?
I think it will not, because I have a feature that when I have a certain kind of spell.
It's sculpt spell.
I think it is, yeah.
It's an evoker feature.
There we go. When you cast an evocation spell that affects other creatures, you can choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the spell's level.
Perfect.
So they're automatically gonna succeed on their saving throws, and they take no damage if they would normally take half damage on a successful save.
Perfect.
Awesome.
So they
Okay.
covered.
Yeah. So
And it's just me and let's see.
Fabian.
It's me and Fabian who are like right there on it.
Red and Black's pretty close.
Mhm. And so what I have to roll for Digger?
Oh yeah, you're the one who has to. You roll it, right?
Meteors, yeah, that'll calm things down a whole bunch.
Oh wait, I'm on the wrong spell. That's why.
It's okay. It's a 4.
Meteors. Dexterity save of 14.
Yeah, no.
So
Just a 4.
I'll just shoot 1 at each of the back legs that I can see.
So I believe the back legs are both where Fabian and Cole are.
Oh, well.
Do it anyway. Like Colt is watching you. He's like, yes, yes, yes. Boom.
They're not going to get hurt by it, right? Because they pass.
Right, they wouldn't get hurt by it, but they are. I didn't know if that would change where you wanted to attack since they're already handling the back 2 feet.
That's true.
Thanks for calling that out. Sure.
I could help them more, but I'll go for the front. Actually, I'll go for the front to kind of even it out a little bit.
Hit a gem. Hit a gem.
Ooh.
So 2.
Aim for the gems.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna aim for the gems. Thank you so much. We're gonna aim for the red and the blue gems because together that makes purple.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you did there.
And
They're
for the
purple.
Nar is colorblind because of the being Shadowkai. The Shadowfell has no color.
Oh, okay.
Cannot distinguish between the gems.
Mhm.
So do not ask her to.
we're going for numbers. I believe
Can
1
you
and
actually
4.
distinguish that they are gems?
1 and 4.
I can see their gems. I just can't distinguish the colors of them.
Okay.
1 and 4.
Okay.
What?
Oh, I was saying we were going for 1 and 4 for
Okay.
the instead of colors. Because that's the order that I wrote it down to try to help out Jen, so she knew her character knew which ones we're going for.
That's so smart.
So
I think
I
she'll
got
see
1
once
through
you
4
once
left
you
to right, or
just do it. Just do it. She'll figure it out.
yeah.
either left to right or up or down, depending on which way the gems are on the head. But I got 5 damage
Okay.
for each meteor, and I did 2 meteors.
2 meters to 10. All right. So everyone sees these 2 meters come crashing down on the head of the digger, and his head smashes into the ground, and 2 gems pop out and fall out in front of him. So we are down 1 red and 1 blue gem. All right. Next is Roscoe.
I'm going to. Is there any noticeable change in the digger after the gems are popped out?
He doesn't appear to change in any way, shape, or form, except like his face is smashed into the ground. Other than that,
Perfect. Cool. So, his face is smashed into the ground. I want to run up and I want to pry out the other 2 gems. My weapons do no fucking damage, so I may as well try and pry the gems out. And he's a little bit incapacitated, so I'm gonna run. As I'm running by, I'm gonna toss my rope to Cole, and then I'm gonna climb a leg and try and get to where the gems are and try and hack them out.
Okay, so you're basically like sitting on the neck trying to pull out the gems. Okay, and what are you using to take out the gems?
I will use my, you know what? I think my daggers will be pretty good. Yeah, I'll use my daggers to kind of dig in a little bit.
All right.
What would you like me to roll?
Which gem are you going for?
Ooh, I'm gonna go for green.
Green.
Yeah, green's gorgeous.
Okay, so you're gonna need to do strength to see if you're able to pop them out with your dagger.
All right. Fuck. Good luck. This ain't gonna happen. I got a strength of slightly better than the common man. Woo! I will take that. That is a 19.
Nice.
Ooh,
Very good.
very nice. Would you like to describe how you popped out the green gem?
Yeah. So I go and I'm cursing and I'm fussing about it because like damn it, I can't do any damn damage. All I can do is throw rope and pop gems. And I go and like you just sort of see him just like kind of like grab his thing and be like, oh, Lucy, gotta be good to me. And then just like pops it out and like kind of leans forward and watches it fall. And then kind of turns around. That one's mine.
Ahoy, nice gem popping.
And then I do my best to stay on the head.
Okay.
Unless Edith warns me to do something else.
I'm just gonna scream up, "Get down here, you coward, and fight!"
I am fighting. I'm fighting an inanimate object that can't fight back. That's called intelligence.
All right, Fabian, it's your turn. Fabian?
I'm going to make my way around the front. Definitely going to
From the rear?
around the creature, around the creatureoid.
Okay. I reach around. I got you.
Right. Yeah.
Reaching around to the gem.
Oh my.
You're going to talk about the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my aim. That is my aim.
So yellow is left.
Okay. So you are I don't believe that I climbed up on this. Help me visualize this. The head is out, but it's not like risen up or higher than I can reach, right? I'm standing on the ground still?
Correct. The head is still on the ground, and currently Roscoe is sitting on top of it.
Okay. I'm just going to go in and poke right at the gem, at the yellow gem.
Okay, and what are you using?
Well, if this looks anything like what I just saw, I should be actually probably trying to get in there and dig at it, or shove it in to the gem. So I'll use my dagger.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Natural 20.
Ooh,
Nice.
You guys are doing
That's the
great.
first roll I've made with this new die that I bought a couple of weeks ago.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
beautiful.
nice.
Nice.
You like this one? Yeah.
Very nice.
That's
Kind of like
pretty.
Superman.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
And
say
first
that.
roll, first official roll, a 20. I love that. Okay, now you're going to be very special for me.
Nice. So the yellow gem pops out,
Boink.
and nothing else happens.
Nothing else happens.
No.
All right.
We got all the gems out.
Let's see here. That was a straight. Well, did that count as just a standard action, a standard attack?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, in that case, I would, having switched hands without bonuses, take an attack with the rapier.
Okay.
That's only 6.
Okay. Does not
Sounds
hit.
like a miss to me.
Yep, that is a miss.
Okay.
All right. Next is the creature. All right. So he's going to move, and I believe that
2d8
that just
damage.
fell. 2d8.
from me.
Okay.
So a boom of thunder rings out as the creature tries to move, doing 9 damage to it.
Do I take damage as well?
No,
Except
just the
when
creature.
I'm up?
It was just surrounding the creature, and it goes inward,
Yes.
I believe. Let me just double check that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. Just the creature.
So it's going to try and move around to throw Roscoe off. So do a strength check to see if you can hold on, Roscoe.
Oh, I got this. No. Just wait, though. All of a sudden, I feel like super fucking lucky. Fuck.
Oh, gotta love Lucky.
So it is a sweet snowman. It is a nice 8.
Oh, very nice. But you're thrown off. So it wiggles you off and you fly through the air and you slam into Fabian and you both fall prone.
Ouch.
Can I
Well,
try and
Fabian-
use acrobatics to not?
Not from falling off, but Fabian can.
Good. Done.
Catch me, Fabian.
Oh, I rolled a natural one. Do I still love this die? I don't know. It's really, it's giving me everything a
It's a
die would
love-hate
should
relationship.
give you, right?
Yeah.
Well, on
20
plus
followed
at
by a
least
1.
it's balanced, right?
Yeah. First 2 rolls. That's funny.
All right.
That is.
So all of a sudden, Roscoe comes flying through the air, slams into you, and you fall both on
Ouch.
the ground prone.
Oof.
You take 3 points of damage.
Ay, ay, ay.
I'm sorry, Fabian.
It's all fine. It's all fine.
Are you okay over there?
Well, define fine.
Uh-oh, that's not what I
I'm
like
still
to hear.
breathing,
That's not good.
but I'm
Just
far
having a
away
bit
from
of fun
him.
is all.
I said to come down and fight, not get thrown.
Dun dun dun.
Well, Cole, you know better. You raced into battle without me on your shoulders.
Be taller.
Be less orcish.
All right, Renabok, it's your turn.
You wouldn't think it would be that hard.
Can I get a general like medicine check to see if I can tell anything about how healthy this thing looks?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. 15.
Okay, so you can sense that it is pretty badly wounded.
Pretty badly wounded?
Yeah, you've got pieces coming off, the gems are missing, so electronics are coming out of its head and things like that. So not too much longer. You think like maybe like 1 or 2 blows and he'll be dead.
Fair enough. Okay, so I'm going to make an attack then. I'm going to jump up and I'm going to swing with my claw.
Okay.
And where's my attack? There we go. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Okay. Not great. 8 points of magical piercing damage.
Perfect. All right, so you see all of its legs just flatten out. It's still alive, but barely hanging on.
Can I? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna offhand punch it. If that's okay. I'm gonna bonus action to offhand punch. So I just because I do have a background that allows me to punch with proficiency.
So where are you at? Are you punching him in the butt?
Um.
I don't know where you landed with the axe.
I would typically head for the most dangerous part of the beast.
I mean,
so does the butt look like the most dangerous part?
It is pretty risque.
That's a dangerous butt, boy.
Okay.
Go ahead and punch it.
Okay, punching away. Where's my? Oh, that's +7. Okay, so 23.
Wow.
to hit with my punch attack.
Oh, that's a hit. Yep.
Yeah.
And that brings me to a total of 4 points of additional bludgeoning damage, which is then reduced to 2.
All right, you have now killed it. Would
Damage.
you like to explain how it was done?
She didn't fall down. You did damage, and it was very graceful.
Yes.
Well, I think from now on, Redabach will just be known as Butt Punch.
Butt punch.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
So does this sound like
At least to Roscoe.
So does this sound like a good time for a break for you guys? We're about halfway.
Yes.
Okay. All right,
Although,
everybody. So-
one thing I promised Chad I would do before we go to break, I have a cantrip of minor illusion. I can create illusion of anything I can imagine for 1 minute, whether it be a minor sight or sound. Stinky, your goat now has laser eyes for a minute.
Oh my goodness! Thank you.
What
We're
color
just
are
gonna
they?
sit and watch the laser show. And can we say in break we're gonna just take like a short rest
And watch a laser show.
and watch a laser show and
Yes.
harvest this shit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I promised Chad I would do it.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Also, Nar takes the curse, the hex from the creature as it dies and transfers it to the cockroach in her pocket.
Aww.
Nar's always thinking.
Always.
That's what the bug was for.
We
I'm a little
needed
bummed
some
I'm not an
brains in this
adventurer.
operation because good Lord knows it was not me.
All right.
I mean, I'm smarter than I am strong, but that's really a pretty low bar.
Go. So now you have just defeated the digger. And did you want the gems? Are you taking them with you?
I think we should probably take them.
I would be inclined to agree.
I look
Okay.
for.
I can pack those.
I just look for water. I try to find out where the compartment is that it contains water and see if there's anything we can salvage from that.
So where you hit with your axe earlier, you split the abdomen, and inside is water starting to pour out. It is filtered water.
I just start taking to having everybody line up. Just hand me a canteen as it fills up. I just take.
We
the
should
next
drink before we
Yeah.
put the canteen.
one. Yeah.
Drink what we have, and then
Ah.
Do we have anything else?
You
that
hold
we-
the baby bat underneath it.
that we-
go time, baby.
Live.
I actually and alongside that, I pulled out a really old faded wineskin from my pack, and I start to fill it. From when I was looking at it, it holds like it was supposed to be like a gallon or something of that nature, and you can tell me how many drinks that equates to in this system.
Okay.
It was one of my. It has a sigil on it. Everybody would be able to see a sigil on the side of it.
Well, I feel like with a gallon, you could probably get at least 12.
That's good. I'll just mark 12 for that one.
Okay.
So a canteen with 5 and a gallon that I'm carrying, and I'm adding that to my weight total.
Okay.
I pretty much can't carry anything else now.
All right. So everybody has full water now, and you've all drank, so you're very hydrated.
Do I have any spare places to put more?
Does your cockroach hold anything?
No.
Aw.
I have an old flask. Oh, you know what? I have a water skin in my bag to
Yeah, you can fill your water skins up. Mm-hmm.
fill everything else.
Do I have things like that?
I do have a water skin that it's just for what I consider decoration only.
The one sip that's on the front of your kilt.
It's like it's to keep myself modest. It gets windy out in the desert.
It does.
All right. So you fill up with water, with anything that could possibly hold water, and you start to make your way to the iron house.
I was gonna say, do we have time to stop and skin the goat? Never mind.
No,
Oh, what?
I think the goat would
great
have
water skins. Just say it.
No.
The goat is our laser goat show.
Listen, I still have 4 meteors left to. I just wouldn't be talking about messing with my little farmyard here.
So as you're walking along, you see the iron house. It's a massive dome that sits before you with a giant exhaust pipes above, billowing smoke. There's a dark, thick fog that surrounds the dome, so it looks almost like it's sitting on clouds. This is where you would decide whether you would like to go through the exhaust pipes or you would go to the second option, which is for the waste system.
Do not volunteer for
I
waste
think we were
system.
going to do the sewers first, right?
Yeah.
We did say start low, go high later if needed.
Mhm. Yeah, both ways will reach into the iron house.
Do we
There we
know-
go. We go to the sewers. 'Cause that way, we have a way out easily. If we go through the exhaust pipe, you can always close off an exhaust pipe.
Which one?
And they're high.
Yeah, which one comes out closest to a sentry?
Do
you have any idea?
So for the pipes above, they're the closest to the sentry. The sentries are on top of the dome.
Okay, so we would have to actually pass by the sentries in order to get to the top.
That's correct, yeah.
But if we go through the sewer, we don't know if there's any defenses through the sewer.
Correct. You would have to look.
But we can assume there's some kind of a defense because I can't imagine they would just leave it.
Right. I just don't want to think
Open
about what their
forever.
defenses are. Okay, well, let's do it anyway. Let's go through the sewer because it's not a. I don't want to deal with turrets.
Okay.
Uh,
So
I'll take
as...
point to go ahead of everybody.
Okay. Cole, you would.
Like, well,
Hmm.
this looks like a job for we need to hit things.
So you approach the sewer, and raw waste and poo sludge spew into the Match River on a daily basis. The foul tunnel will be dark and a tight fit for you, but you think that you can make it through. A thin layer of greenish gas swirls around playfully at the ceiling of the tunnel.
Playfully.
No one likes.
Masks on.
Our masks, people are masks.
Oh,
I never
I
took mine
fashioned-
off.
I fashioned my little baby bat with his mask. Okay, little
Take
bubber.
care of your mask first before taking care of the masks of
Oh,
others.
that's true because I can't take care of her if I've been
No.
poisoned to death.
That's right. That's the lesson of the day. You have to take care of yourself first before you can others. Hmm.
If you pass out and die, everybody passes out and dies.
So, you know, the sewer is facing you, so you can just walk into it if you want to. You'll have to hunch down a bit, so your back will be bent over.
How light is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless anybody has an objection, I'm casting the light spell currently.
Okay.
I'm going to stay ahead of that if I can. I'd rather stay in the dark.
Fair.
Okay.
And I was gonna say, probably he wants to stay in the dark too. So
I'll take the rear.
we know.
Oh, no.
I think my bat can probably scout a little bit for us, like before we even go in there.
Okay.
And I can actually see as my bat and hear as my bat. I'll be blind and deaf in my body, but I'll be able to hear and see what she can hear and see.
So cool.
So maybe before we do anything, I could send her in a little bit just to kind of see what's going on.
Okay. And they've got little laser eyes. We're going to allow that to happen. 'Cause
I'm also gonna. So I'm gonna take this little, like very nearly spherical rock that I carry quite often,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna cast light on it, and then I have a roll of leather I pull out, and I just wrap it around and tie it so that it just creates a smaller beam.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn. I like the way you think, Edith.
Since
Aaron
Cole's
Bach.
taking point, Edith, I'm going to stand in front of you, and we're going to do the hand on shoulder thing, so that I can lead you while you are blind and deaf. Yeah.
Oh, well, here, so I was kind of thinking, maybe Batty McBatty Face would go in first because she doesn't need to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
She
but
just
you
needs to be able to see it all.
You see, this way, Batty McBatterson can continue being a scout, and you're safe.
While
So-
they're talking about bats, I'm walking.
I think I also am
My
walking.
puncher's just like, nope, there's butts to punch.
But as we enter the tunnels, I'm just gonna turn around and just pass the rope back. Like, trust me, you don't want to fall on that. It looks bad.
All right, so you're sending little Batty in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow the bat.
You're going in with the bat?
And for those of you at home, this is what the bat looks like.
Make it
Because-
fly.
Oh.
Because now I'm emotionally invested in this tiny little bat.
Oh.
Like,
So
nope.
that-
Anyone who wants to hurt the bat, well, I got a bunch of stuff I can hit him with and throw.
Oh.
You're an orc.
So the
Yep.
bat goes in.
I'm also not gonna make an active attempt to stealth. I'm just gonna wash through with the light. That way, should anything notice that I'm there, it'll come to me and not to my compatriots that are actually stealthing. And I just want to make a general perception check to see what I can get with walking and shining my light in the various parts of this nasty smelling shithole.
Okay.
So wait,
Literally.
are you taking point or am I ahead of your light?
You're ahead of me. I'm just trying to distract from your. I'm the hey guys. There's a thing in the ceiling. Can you go grab me a wrench real quick? We got. I'm just walking through looking to see what's there.
Right on.
So there's a lot happening. I don't really know. So the bat's going in first. Cole's going in second.
I'm gonna write.
No, I think I'm after that.
You're after Cole.
Yeah,
No, I'm
before
after
Cole.
that. I'm ahead of the light.
So you're after
Honestly.
the bat. Cole's after you.
And
Okay.
then I'm far enough behind that they're not caught in the beam. But I'm like I said, I'm using it to make a beam so that I'm not shining light on you guys. So I'm just trying to keep a general ear for where you're at, but not.
Okay. Now, do you
not-
wait for the bat to come back, or you're all going in together?
Are Edith's meteors still active, and are they creating light?
I still do have the meteors. That was a good question as to whether they create light. They sure might.
Okay, cool. So you and me are just hanging out in the back. We're kind of like we're just doing us. Everyone else, work ahead.
With
And-
baby up the rear.
And right, I am on the back, also far enough away from the directed light that I am able to accomplish stealth. Is there some reason we're not just letting the bat go for now to find out what, say, at least 100 feet or so?
Work's
ahead
got to get
before
done.
we-
Emotional investment in the bat.
Okay. So everyone's going in.
Why are you making a
Before we go in,
Marching order.
Okay.
We'll
We
have to
got
deal with-
57 minutes to wrap this up,
Right.
and I want to kill the big bad guy.
Yeah,
Whoever
that's
it
it. So we're gonna continue on, and I just want to make a general perception check, see if we just to keep on my guard. That's all. With a whopping 12. So
Nailed it.
yeah,
Okay.
Better than the common man.
So you know that the sludge is poisonous if ingested, and inhaling the air is toxic. You feel that it's odd that there's an occasional cool breeze that comes out from the tunnel, because usually a tunnel like this is pretty hot and moist.
okay.
Hmm.
A little
Yeah.
cooler than I expected, but other than that, we're good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, continue on.
All right. As you all make your way through the darkness, you feel the ankle-deep sludge begin soaking into your clothes. For some of you, the sludge makes its way down into your boot, making your sogs ungodly soggy.
Oh,
Making your way down the
Where's
long,
the
noxious...
big
Making your way down the long, noxious tunnels, your back begins to ache, and you start to notice that as you continue, the temperature is beginning to drop significantly. The lenses of your mask begin to fog, the walls of the tunnels are coated in a thick layer of green ice, and from a distance it appears as though the exit to the tunnel is blocked.
I approached the
Why-
exit of the tunnel.
What's blocking it?
I send the bat to figure out what's blocking it.
There you go.
So the bat goes off and falls smack into the end of the tunnel, falls down, and starts to flit back at you over what appears to be ice. And when it gets to you, it looks like he's covered in snow.
Oh, so I'm going to I'm going to make it so that I can see now, so
Mhm.
that I'd like to brush off my bat, make sure she's doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is weird. She's covered in snow. Is there any indication? Is it fresh water?
There's no way to determine if it's fresh snow water. It's just snow. Mhm.
Okay, so we don't know if it's poisonous or not.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's weird. It's going to get a little chilly. It seems, did everybody bring their jackets?
prepared.
Actually,
We got
I
a-
did.
You got a trench
I had a
coat.
jacket, but I think Cole left it.
I pull it out of my bag. Nope, trench coat.
Oh, good. All right.
Nice.
So, if you want to get out of this sludge, you can just climb on my shoulders. You can be my eyes.
Well, unfortunately, if I climbed onto your back, you would have to kneel to crawl through this, because even as halflings, we would be too tall
Correct.
stacked upon one another.
Not
in this.
that some of you are halflings or anything.
I try to approach. I just approach
Orc.
the wall of water to see what happens.
Okay.
Or the wall of ice.
So wall of snow. So when you approach it, what do you do?
I'm just gonna reach one hand out and just touch it with a finger to see what happens.
Just seems like normal snow. It's cold.
Cold.
Step 1, poke it with a stick. Number 2, put your tongue on it.
If it tastes like strawberry, don't go. What'd you say, Jennifer? I'm sorry.
Do you think the gems would do anything?
Hmm.
And I take them out of my pocket and I hold them out.
Nothing happens.
I put them back in my pocket.
Um,
Anybody
Worth
have
a try.
I want to punch the wall. No.
Well, what if before you punch it, we try to melt some of the snow so we can see if you've got concrete under there, so you don't break your paw? I guess your hand. It's a tabaxi thing. Sorry.
Good idea. Why don't you ever think of these ideas?
yeah. Okay. We're gonna go there. I'm gonna spend a minute to spend the 10 minutes real quick. I'm gonna do detect magic.
It does not appear to be magical in any way. It just
Do I have
simply
any within 30 feet? Do I see any aura of magic, including the gems?
so. You do not.
Okay. The gems don't do anything. They're not magical. I don't know what they were. Maybe a power source. I don't know. But not magical.
They could have just been for decoration.
Maybe.
God, you guys always think that gems are magical.
They are.
They
They may not be
valuable.
magical, but they're definitely magical.
Are there any doors on the side here? Anything hidden?
Nope, no doors. There's just straight tunnel out to the snow.
Right. Let's get through the snow.
Dig.
I cast Firebolt to try to melt some of the snow.
Gonna. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna. So you're both
Just use
casting
your
fireball.
meteors. Just use your meteors, Edith. You don't need to cast fireball again.
Yeah, you
But
already
I
got.
like my meteors. They give me a certain fashion and flair.
But think about how much.
That's fair. That's fair. I can't argue with that point. You are a very sweet-looking old lady with flaming balls around you.
I have to look a little dangerous, dear, don't you know?
Well, I know how dangerous you are. We've
So
traveled.
you're setting the snow on fire.
Yes,
Okay. So how are you doing it with a fireball?
Firebolt.
Okay, so firebolt, you shoot it into the snow, and all of the snow starts to melt, and then a whole bunch of liquid starts rushing at you and
Oh, rats.
soaks the party.
Hmm.
However, it is now available. When you get to the end, you can tell that if you look up, that's the way out, and the snow is drifting down.
Oh,
I start climbing.
is there a ladder?
No
Or is
ladder.
it just
No
I'm just
ladder.
gonna-
When it
I'm just
looks
gonna
like you're
straight-
coming up out of the floor.
I'm just gonna straight claws in and just start trying to climb up. I'm gonna if you want me to make a climb check, I can do that.
No, it's pretty easy. You're on the floor, so just really pull yourself up. You're good.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Just wait, Redderbock.
Yeah.
Can I climb up on your back to climb out first, please? Because I won't be able to reach as high as you can.
I was gonna throw you a rope, but yeah, you can climb on my back.
Yeah, let me do that. Okay, so I'm gonna climb up the back. I'm going to do a quick perception check as my head sort of like slowly kind of creeps above the floor line. That'll be an 18.
Perfect. Yep, that works.
What do I see?
So when you get up there, inside the room, it feels like it's well below 0 degrees. A massively impressive iceberg fills the room and measures over about 600 feet high. Over time, it has attached itself to the surrounding walls, bonding with the room. An iceberg this size could contain about 20 billion gallons of fresh water.
That's enough to take care of people. For
Massive cone-shaped icicles hang from above, and they're dripping water into 4 giant vats that are numbered. They're placed about the room on snow banks, and in between the snow banks, the floor appears to be solid ice.
Right. Hey, guys. You know those weird numbers on the schematic? I think I figured out what they're for.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the other thing. There's a giant fucking iceberg in here.
Like, that is an astute observation, my dear.
It's just kind of like
You noticed that, did you?
well,
You
well,
are
so he's,
you are
So
very.
I scrabble myself up.
I give you a little tail boost,
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
and
So-
then follow, and I drop a line for everybody else to climb up.
Okay. So everyone
And
makes
then-
their way up, and they're now standing on some snow. And then what do you do from there?
Looking for the numbers. I go to number 4.
Yeah.
So this room is pretty massive to hold such a big iceberg such as that. So when you try to look to the other side of the room, all of a sudden there are vents from above that start releasing snow again. It's about 200 feet in length. So it's pretty far distance. You won't be able to see it all the way to the end of it. You do see 2 vats, and you do see that there are 2 numbers. One is a 1, and another is 2.
I go to vat 1.
I'll make my way to the second vat, and because it's me, I carry all my characters lamp oil.
Oh, that's good.
I am popping the top off the lamp oil and making a track as I go.
So that you can light it on fire.
Okay.
Things get out of hand. Flint, steel, lamp oil.
I keep my meteors to one side.
I'm not following the monk.
Can I inspect the general vat to see if I can tell what's inside or anything?
It just appears to be clean water, recycled water.
Okay, interesting. Is the gas, the noxious gas, is that? Do we know? Is there any trace of it up here?
There's no noxious gas, no.
I lift the mask and I just scoop up a handful out of the vat.
Okay. It is very icy water, but it tastes very good, very refreshing.
Okay. I'm gonna head towards the iceberg. I'm looking to see if there's anything of note, anything out of place. I don't know. Just generally looking around it, trying to figure out what is going on there.
Okay. Do a stealth check.
So, do I see anything odd about the iceberg?
Do a stealth check.
Stealth?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do I have to stealth?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's okay, because I did not stealth very well.
Can I help you?
The stealthing comes out to 8.
Oh, no. So as you're making your way over, you can feel that the ice below is cracking a little bit. But you do make your way over to the big iceberg, and it looks fine. It looks just like a normal one. The water looks fresh. It does seem to have a little bit of a magical property to it to make something this size.
Yeah, my magic, my detect magic is still up.
Correct. So that's why you're able to see that. It is just to keep it this size and to keep it cold. It looks like that is the purpose of the magic. In the corner of your eye, you do notice that there is a red light that comes out from under the ice, under your feet, and shoots out. It still stays under the ice, but then disappears out into nowhere.
Does it look like it's going like any particular direction from where I'm at?
It's away from you. It's going away.
Like behind me, out to the walls, or
so you're facing the glacier in front of you, kind of looking, and it just goes off to the right.
Okay. Hey guys, I have a weird idea. And I'm going to... Where is it? Did I not take any attack? I guess I didn't. Never mind. I'm not gonna. That's not an idea I have because I didn't.
What's to happen? It's cracking, right? And we need to free something. It's imprisoned. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the thing. Try and break where the cracks are.
Yeah. I'm gonna join her. Just try to break open some of the ice and get at the magical component or whatever it is I'm saying.
You can't curse this thing, right? It's not a creature.
You can't tell. All you saw was like a red light underneath the water or underneath the ice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How tall is this building?
So you would say maybe about I think on the picture that's there, it's over 1,000 feet tall.
If I see them attacking, I would attack it as well, but I wouldn't get close. But how far is the vat from where the iceberg is?
It's maybe about like 10 feet. It's not far.
I want to throw my sickle at it.
At the
My
iceberg?
hand sickle.
Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So you throw it and it sticks to it.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
I have the distinct feeling, guys, that we need to stop the freezing effect. So maybe stop the snow. Anybody, hey, Edith, can one of your meteors smack the ceiling?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Can you aim for the vents and try to destroy a couple of vents?
Yeah, absolutely. I have, I believe, 4 chances to make this happen. Yep, I have 4 meteors. So I'm going to. How many vents are there again?
5.
Yep.
There are 5 vents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So aim at all 4 of the vents and see how many we can break.
I'll do 4 meteors at the vents, and then I can firebolt another one.
What's your range on firebolt?
I think it's 60 feet, but let me double check.
Because it's 1,000 feet away.
Right, that's super far.
Yeah.
120 feet. Let me see how far the range is on these little bubbers.
Can we get up higher on the ice?
Oh, you know what's fun though is I think I can cast a spell through my familiar.
Oh
as I'm casting it myself. So I could ask my familiar to go up there. Oh, but she has to be within 100 feet of me, I think, for that to work.
That's why I threw the sickle at the iceberg. I figure we need height.
Yeah, can I climb the iceberg?
Yeah, do you have the utensils to do that?
I don't have ice climbing gear because there's no frickin' ice in the world.
You have claws, man.
But I have claws.
claws.
I was just saying, yeah, you have a climb speed. You should be able to do this just fine. But you're an old lady, so.
Hey, old ladies can rock the climbing. Okay.
No, I'm actually gonna. You was like a spear that you threw in there.
And keep in mind
hand
it's
sickle.
about
A hand
600
sickle?
feet tall too.
Cool.
It's a long time.
I grab the hand sickle and I actually climb. I'm going to do a strength check to see if I can climb, embed the sickle as a python, and then wrap my rope around it to start our ascent a little bit up this ice.
And have you climbed anything before?
Edith,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any spells that could make me fly?
You know what? I don't think I do. I have been thinking about that. I do not have levitate. I do not have dimension door.
So, while I watch Redabot go through all this like laborious shit to try and climb the wall, I'm gonna step a couple of feet back from him, take my short bow, and try and shoot it in and land it into the iceberg with a rope that he can climb for a bit and hopefully make it a little bit easier.
Okay, you got it.
I'm gonna take a torch. Anyone have a torch out?
I have flint and steel.
Okay. I just need. If nobody has a torch, I'll take a torch and light it.
Sure.
I'm gonna heat the end of my crowbar.
Nice.
I'm gonna wrap my hand in cloth so I don't burn myself. Heat the end of my crowbar, and then get it stuck in to use it to climb up.
So
No.
are you climbing, or you? Because before you were banging down the ice.
Oh
below
yeah.
you.
I was trying to break the thing. Never mind. Scratch that.
You can use the crowbar to do that.
Yeah, I have a feeling my rapier might be more effective, but
Okay.
whichever seems to be more. The crowbar might work. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I see how high I can get just trying to climb?
For 600 feet on an iceberg, and with you not having experience, it's going to take you a few hours to get up there, with just one hook to get up there.
So, did anyone know anything about the iceberg? Anybody?
I sure don't.
I'm gonna start wandering around the rest of the room and see if there's a door somewhere or other vats or anything of note.
Yeah, there has to be some other way than
I feel
going
like this is a fool. Like I feel like this is a fool's effort
There
to try and smash apart an iceberg.
are 2 other vats.
I'm not attempting to smash an iceberg. I think we need to smash the
Something,
cooling
yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's a control? I just want to see if I can get some height to get closer to that vent system, or I guess we'd have to go around and out to the other side to attack the vents. So
The vents are pretty high. You're thinking it's about 1,000 feet. So even if you made it to 600, you wouldn't be able to reach them.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
So while you're climbing, what happens, Jennifer, when you're like smacking down into the ground? You're going to use your rapier, you said?
If it's whichever looks like it's going to be more effective there. So if it looks like it's going to damage the rapier, I won't use it.
Yeah.
But I'll use the crowbar if I need to.
Yeah, I think the crowbar is your best bet.
Yeah.
To be able to slam down on it. So as you start picking at it, the red light comes back and is swirling around underneath. And you can see that this creature that's underneath the ice is pretty big. And it's just swirling around, almost like very much like a snake.
Okay. Just in case, I'm going to put my hex on it. So I'm going to crush the cockroach that I have and transfer the hex over to that creature.
Okay.
If you kill a cockroach, you have godlike strength.
Yeah.
Sorry, just throwing that out there.
They're indestructible.
Not when it's in your pocket.
I'm gonna light the lamp oil on fire and just walk away.
Oh, jeez.
There's something
Why?
under the ice, friends.
So do we want to try to break the ice then
Yeah,
underneath
I'm
us?
in. I jump down and I start attacking the ice where you're at with whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll use at least 2 of my meteors.
I need everyone to roll a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Got this. Oh, I do kinda.
What was that CI Constitution
Saving throw? Yeah.
15 over here.
Me too.
Natural
Damn.
21.
Yes.
15.
4.
Uh-oh. And you,
12.
Jennifer? 12? Okay. So both Fabian and Nar, you now have disadvantage on dexterity checks and saving throws from hypothermia.
No. Thank you.
I'm just gonna turn. This is why you carry fire. An old lizard man once told me that. It's like, always kick fire with you. So that's what I started doing.
That's a wise call.
And with that,
I need to make friends with more lizard men.
with the fire, now the creature has burst up from below the ice and is standing before you. Well, not standing. I guess it's kind of like swimming. Half of its body's still underwater, and the top part is on top of the ice. It looks a little bit like a blue centipede with some wings on it. Roll for initiative.
Dig the wing.
Oh boy.
Oh shit. That is an
17.
amazing initiative.
And it is hexed, so you guys remember that's hexed.
13.
19.
Also 13.
4.
28.
I is cleric.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cole, what did you get?
17.
17. Stinky?
19.
19. Jennifer?
13.
Okay, 13. And Bernie, you had what?
13.
13. Okay, there we go. All right, Roscoe, you are first.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
This guy. That's a nat 20.
Nice.
And what are you doing to it?
Oh my god, what am I not doing to it? So first off, how do you deal with critical hits in terms of damage?
Advantage.
Well, it's
Or in
already
terms of
done.
Damage for the crit hit. Is it like max of the first go and then roll a second time?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Criticals.
All right, so that's going to be... Okay, so we're starting with an 18, 31 plus whatever I roll here. 41, 45, 50. Yeah, so 50 points of just standard non-magical piercing damage as I jab him furiously with my rapier.
Yeah.
Scaly little shells, and I try and get to the wings.
Bring the pain.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Holy crap. All right.
Man, all I can... Now I got Method Man in my head. I appreciate it.
All right, Edith, you're next.
Oh, me. I'm Edith. Hello. Sorry,
It's okay.
everyone.
You're 65. You've got a couple meteors around you. Life is busy.
There's just a lot going on over here. Let me tell you. Oh boy, you all just wait. So I think, is this creature like fairly large?
It is. Yes.
Fairly scary.
Very scary.
Okay, I think I would like to reduce this creature, make it a little baby,
Oh.
little baby creature.
So it's,
So the save on that, Constitution 14.
okay. And it's a huge monster. So yeah.
Could go down to normal.
It's only a 10.
I love this idea.
It was only a 10.
So it shrinks.
So you're good.
Down
So it shrinks.
down to-
Oh, it's halved in all dimensions. Its weight is reduced to 1/8 of normal. Let's see here. It goes down a category. So like medium to small, or like extra huge to like normal, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It'll have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay.
It will also, the target's weapons also shrink to match its new size. While these weapons are reduced, the target's attacks with them deal 1d4 less damage.
Okay. You may have to remind me of that.
The creature also is going to have disadvantage on dex checks from my hex.
Correct. Mhm.
Oh.
So DA on dex checks, strength checks, and strength saving throw.
We're all in for the debuffs, guys.
So it's the size of a
Not feeling
human?
so big now, are you, Slippery?
It's gonna get worse here in a minute because I'm just gonna expend all my Kai points.
Oh my goodness.
And then
All right.
1d4 less damage with weapons.
It is Cole's turn.
Get it, buddy. Get it.
First thing I'm gonna do. I do love being a monk for this reason. I can do multiple things in one turn before I actually hit it. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to expend 2 of my remaining Kai points to cast darkness on it. Just isolating darkness around it, so it'll have it'll be at disadvantage to everyone who hits it,
Oh,
and at a
jeez.
disadvantage to hit us.
Wow,
Because it's not a
this
friendly
poor creature
creature.
didn't even stand a chance. Wow.
Because it's not friendly, it also now is blinded. So
Oh. This thing is getting fucked up.
Yeah.
that's the first thing I'm going to do. After my other 2...
That's the first thing I'm going to do.
My other Kai points we're going to expend, I'm going to, great reason to play Way of the Open Shadows, 'cause it mixes in some Way of the Open Fist. I'm going to expend 2 Kai points to do a Kai Strike, and it has to make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Wait. Is this the thing we're supposed to free?
Oh,
That- as I'm about to
Dun, dun,
punch
dun.
it,
Excuse me?
we have to release the magic. Is this the magic?
I don't know. Excuse me.
I'm gonna
Does
punch
this
the
look
ground.
Magical to
Pardon
me.
Well, you do see that
I
there's
don't know
a
your name or your
collar. There's a
See, I
pronouns
think
or
you're-
anything, but we're here to help.
I think
We're here to help.
I
Can you
think
hear me
we-
now? You're good?
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Okay. So you do see that there is a large collar around its throat with a red blinking light on it.
Oh,
Can I hit the collar?
You can hit the collar, yes.
let's target
Mhm.
that.
Wait,
I'm
Would
so
it- would-
sorry.
Do that.
will the collar have gotten loose when it shrank?
Ooh.
No.
I don't know
clothing
because your
shrinks.
weapon got smaller with it. So I would
Yeah.
think the collar
Right.
also.
Everything on the body would shrink up. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to expend my Kai points to hit the collar.
Okay.
Just do a different Kai attack. I'm going to do. Being a monk is great sometimes. Sometimes you have to. It sucks. I'm going to use
Sometimes
flurry
it
of
sucks.
blows
I think I heard you say that.
with my expending my Kai points to just whack the collar.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And to hit will be broke my character sheet again. Does a 19 hit the collar?
It does, yes.
And the collar will take 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And it does, because it's an animate object, it doesn't have to make a saving throw.
So it does stop blinking, and it's partially hanging off, but it's still connected.
Maria blows it. Sorry. Shouldn't tell you how to do things.
That is about all I could do. Except I'm just gonna grab onto the collar and hold on for dear life.
Nice.
First you can't beat it, then just hug it. All right.
Solves everything.
Nar, it's for you.
All right. So I don't think I can put a booming blade on the collar itself, or can I? Because the collar can't technically move on its own.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna attack it with my rapier.
Okay.
With sneak attack and my hex.
Okay.
But first, I'm going to put a Hexblade curse on it.
On the actual necklace?
I'm sorry?
On the collar you're putting it on?
Yes.
Okay.
So we get +3 to damage crits. I'm going to use my Elven accuracy to reroll that. So that's a 17 + 7. 24 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
And then my damage will be 3 + 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 20 damage on the collar.
Okay, so the collar burst into pieces.
So 23.
Perfect. And it falls down onto the ground. And then, how big is this? It's like a human size now?
Well, if it was, how big was it? Huge?
It was huge, so it's human size now, right?
Well, huge would go down to giant or large.
It's halved in all dimensions. It's way
Okay.
It would go down to large. It's a large creature. It's bigger. It's a little bit bigger than.
It'll revert to whatever it actually is, though, right after the spell.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
after 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay,
So
turn
now
around.
that the collar is off, it slithers over and just kind of like surrounds Edith and then kind of like hides behind it in fear.
Oh, I can probably tell it's scared, right?
Yes, you can totally tell.
Okay, so I asked my bat. I said, all right, little bat, we're going to comfort our new friend here. I gave it some pets on its head real gently. Try to calm it down.
Okay, so it feels calmer, especially with the bat because they both have wings.
Friend.
They're flapping together. They're very excited.
Oh.
Do I get any indication that this is the thing that I know about?
It is. That,
Huh?
What do you mean by know about?
The thing that you sent me.
Oh.
Hold on, just a second. The thing I have not told anybody else about because
Yes,
I just hit my forehead on the fourth wall.
yeah, this is not a Titanic creature at this point, in my opinion. Correct?
Correct. You know that it is not what was written on there. I don't know if you wanted to tell people. It is not the thing you were looking for. It is another mechanical animal that, very similar to the digger, had the same creator.
Okay. Can I attempt to like discourse with it?
You can, yeah.
I ask it, can we shut off the system, make it not cold in here now?
So it comes over to you, and it doesn't seem to really understand what you're saying. And then
And I just point at the vent, and I'm like, smash.
So it looks up at the vent, and then starts to lick the snow as it falls.
I'm gonna offer it some jerky.
Okay, you're gonna give it jerky.
Well, do we need to go back out and go back in the vents? And is
You
that
do
what's
not.
happening here?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna point to the giant
There's a-
iceberg. Like point to
There's
it, then the iceberg. Like
there's a hole in the water, though, right? There's water below us,
There is underneath the ice, correct?
underneath the ice. Does it look like the glacier is solid, or because if it's on top of ice, there might be like a way underneath the
So you
ice
can
itself.
definitely make your way around the glacier. The room is very big; it's 200 feet long. So
No,
Roscoe,
I'm saying under. Is there would I imagine, since there's a layer of water below the glacier, that there's some heart of the glacier that's not frozen?
that is possible. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do something real dumb. I'm gonna take off my scale mail, and I'm gonna jump in the water and go under and start swimming underneath.
Oh, darling, are you sure about that? It's probably a little chilly down there.
Are you gonna electrify it? Because damn it, that'd be great.
Not when we're standing on ice, please.
Ice is not conductive.
Yeah.
If you're not quick enough to move,
Underneath it is.
lady.
Yeah, underneath it is, but
She and I are probably quick enough.
but I'm resistant.
Ice is an insulator, but
Yeah.
also that is a thing I can make it look like happened with a cantrip. I'm just gonna make it look like a lightning bolt flies down and hits the water.
I dived in. So once I get down in the water, what do I see?
It appears to be just the bottom part of the iceberg. There doesn't seem to be anything else under the water.
Okay, so it's completely solid.
Yep.
It doesn't look like there's anywhere that could be thinner underneath here as well either.
No.
Okay,
Did we
I come back.
see anything on the schematics about how to do this?
No, there's nothing there, but you can walk by the glacier that's there.
Did
Yeah.
I see anything when I went looking around the room for like other doors and stuff?
You
Doors
did.
and
You
vats.
went on the other side of the room. You did see that there was a door.
Cool. Was it locked?
So it looks like it has a keypad on it.
Cool. I'm gonna punch in the numbers 4, 25, 20, and 14.
And the door opens.
Hey
I go in
guys,
the water and
guys, I know the iceberg's cool, but I opened the door.
I look at him and go, pun intended.
What's a pun?
Oh, no.
Is it like I mean, I know
The bar knows what I'm
punching.
talking about. That's okay.
Like Roscoe, the puns are those things that you get at bars.
Go.
Oh. Yeah, well, that they give halflings because halflings can't drink a pint. We get to drink a pun.
Yeah, what you guys drink.
Yeah, exactly what halflings drink. You always get.
I spend this whole time redonning my armor and just glaring.
So Renbeck, you have to
Redabach,
do...
I get it. You wanted to swim. You haven't swam in a long time. You stank. You needed to bathe.
You need to do another Constitution saving throw.
I actually did. I assume that was the case. I got an 11.
Who does? All of us?
No,
just me,
just
'cause
him,
I'm
you dove in the
soaked.
water.
Yeah.
So your speed is now halved. Disadvantage on investigation checks and intelligence saving throws.
Awesome, because I suck at those anyway.
And if you didn't have disadvantage on dexterity checks and saving throws before, you do now.
Okay. Let's go in the door.
All right.
Okay.
So, what do I see through the door?
So when you go through the door, let me get the... I didn't realize you were going to be there.
Can I
Okay.
Can I just also light a torch once we get inside the room and
Hug
those
it. Yes.
those of
Definitely.
those of us who are
Hug it.
Hug the face.
those of us who are currently shivering can take some comfort.
When you enter the room, you see an odd assortment of things. In the corner, you see a set of mirrors broadcasting the feed from different biome rooms. There are a series of dials and switches labeled snakes, moths, dinosaurs, and others control temperatures, humidity, and sunlight. Clockwise along the wall, there are 3 skeletons, each wearing once bright yellow lab coats labeled Esslin. And each of the skeletons have a small burned hole in their chest, and they have been thrown on top of each other. In the center of the room is a clear cylinder with a gigantic writhing body of water inside. The liquid glows a bright blue color, but dims off and on like a bulb about to die. You see a gnome standing next to the cylinder. He is holding a remote control and frantically looking between you and the elemental. He is wearing the same dirty lab coat that the skeletons have on, and the name, partially peeled off, says Nilo Scum.
There's
I don't like Nilo.
between us and a what?
It's what?
Say that again. What is he doing?
So he is looking. He has a
elemental.
remote control in his hand. He's frantically looking between you and the elemental.
Did we take long enough in that other room to count as a short rest?
No, you kind of just walked right in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the temperature in here?
The temperature's about 70 degrees.
So,
Oh, very cool.
Armor.
so this dude, guys, is he is the head scientist. He is the one who created the diggers. So we know he's smart.
Where's the eel thing that we freed?
They're hanging out with Edith and the bat.
I immediately put a hex on him.
I kind of look at the eel and I go, get?
I'm gonna just look at Roscoe like, so him we can kill, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna
Get the remote.
Wait 1 second before we kill him. He's a genius, right?
That's what I was about to say. He might have some information for us.
He knows how to filter the water, how to clean it, how to control it.
take him hostage.
So you're
I
saying
think that might be the better way to go.
so then we trap him and keep him hostage?
Can we see him? Like can he hear us right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted him to hear this just so he could figure out.
Excuse me, friend. What are you doing here?
There's
What's
a,
this then?
I'm just standing there with a.
Can you tell me what's happening in here?
I just
open and close.
can I just approach him and like and tell me how do I let the life brook out?
So terrified that you're going to kidnap him or kill him or stick a monster
I walk up to
on
him and I intimidate the hell out of him.
There's a dragon staring him down right now too. So it's kind of like there's a combination of things.
Roll
Yes?
for intimidation.
Can I do that with advantage?
I don't even need to
Or are
roll.
we both gonna roll?
You can both roll, yeah.
So I'm a 17.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
I'm sending a thank you to the maker of this dice as soon as I get a chance.
And what'd you get, Jennifer?
17.
17. Oh, so he's pretty intimidated. He's pretty terrified at what is happening and thinks he's going to fear for his life. So he runs away and he picks up...
I'm grabbing him by the collar.
Okay, so do a strength check, which should be pretty easy.
Yeah. Another natural 20. Plus
You
7,
practically
so
tear the clothes
27.
right off of the little guy.
He's so small, I just literally claws pick him up.
He's like trembling in fear
Approach,
and he just
please.
looks at you.
What does it do?
I just stare him down. How do I free Lifebrook?
You just have to fix this remote control.
Great.
But
How
have
do I-
batteries in it?
Yeah,
Did you battery?
Can I do an insight to
turn
me?
it off and turn it back on again.
No, first you have to unplug it.
Wait 10 seconds.
Then
Now plug it back in. Okay. How do we fix it?
I don't know. It won't work. And he's just pounding on the remote control.
Okay, let's not hit it so hard, bud.
What's the remote
Can I take a
control?
look at it?
What'd you say?
Can I take a look at it?
You can, yeah. Mm-hmm.
While she's doing
But-
that, what does it do?
So when you look at the remote control, there's a wire that comes from it and hooks into the cylinder that's in the center where the elemental is. However, on the remote control, it is missing a button and it appears to not have electricity going through it.
Okay. So while Nar has it, can I also take a look and do an investigation or an insight, whatever you want to call it, for me to figure it out?
Yeah, you can. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I should have rolled Jesse's die, but I didn't, so that's a fucking 11. That's with my
appears-
+8.
It looks just like a regular remote control without power.
Cool. Do I even know what a remote control is?
I'm not super intelligent, but my thought is I know electricity. Can I harness just a tiny bit of breath power and charge it up?
You can, yeah.
I just kind of
there you go.
lightly breathe on it with this sparkle of electric charge in it, and what happens?
So you see all of a sudden the cylinder in the center begins to just get brighter and brighter, and it lights up the room. It's almost blinding.
Are we sure this
Breathing on it, Redabach, until we figure out how to fix it.
Don't overdo it.
The button that's missing. Does it look like there's like anything that it's supposed to do?
It looks like it's keeping the life force that's within that cylinder alive.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna roll to see. I'm really dumb. So here's the thing. Chet has an idea of what's going on, but I don't know that Renabach does. No, he does not.
Okay.
I keep breathing on it.
I'm gonna run back into the room and pick up the broken collar, and then run back again and just hand it to him. Like, here, make this work with it.
I take the metal piece that he handed me and I put it in the button slot.
But what in the button slot? You take
just
pieces out?
a piece of the metal. Just
The conductor.
In the what now?
yeah.
Well, I thought the collar had that red blinking light.
So,
Maybe that blinking light can work.
Did you have any
are the shapes similar to the gems that we pulled from the digger?
in the remote control?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Would one of the
They
gems
are,
work?
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I have it in my hand, so I'll
Yeah.
take it out.
I just
Do it.
Which one do you
Just-
want me to put in?
blue.
Colorblind.
Our stairs blood.
I just grab it and put it in and push down.
All right, that works. And now you no longer have to blow into the remote control. It has power.
And I try to push the button to try to free whatever thing.
So the button doesn't free it.
Okay.
However, it is banging on the glass while it's looking at you, trying to get out.
Should we try to break the glass?
I have a very large, old-looking mace, and I'm just gonna swing it. It is grisly looking. It's been around for a while.
Okay, so you're just going to swing at the glass?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna swing at the glass.
Redabach, what are you
There,
doing?
there are more colors to try.
I just swing at the glass. Somebody else has. I just hand the remote back to Roscoe and just start swinging at the glass.
Okay.
I hand it to Nar. Nar knows what to do with this thing. Roscoe's got no clue.
And I say Nar's colorblind.
I don't know what I'm doing with it.
So when you swing it, roll a d20.
16 on the
Okay.
dice.
So it hits and it shatters the glass that's around, but the room just fills with light. There's a high-pitched sound that's very deafening, and it brings you to your knees because it's just so loud. There's a discharge of an electric bolt of energy that fills the room, and everyone needs to do a deck save to see if they're blown backwards.
Do we all still have disadvantage on those? If
correct.
We are
Yeah.
cold?
Right?
A nice even 10.
No, that's nice.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
matter.
That was a 23 succeed.
None of my dice are treating me well right
I am
now.
a 23.
4.
15.
I'm
I'm sorry.
With my 10.
I apologize. That's 3. Never mind. 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Stinky, what'd you get?
14.
14. Okay. So, Mark, Chet, you are both blown backwards.
Oh, I'm also resistant though, because is it lightning damage?
Yes, but it's just the force of it. So you're
That's fair.
saying
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm resistant to lightning because I channel lightning.
okay. So you wouldn't get wounded. You mean?
I take half damage from lightning.
Right. How much damage do I take?
Okay.
We got 10 minutes.
You take 10 points of damage, and
Sweet.
5 for Chet because it's half.
5. Okay.
Mhm. All right. So now standing before you is this elemental, and it's hovering there, just waiting for you to tell it what to do next.
I stand up and I walk towards it and I say, "Use me." I reach a hand out and approach it and reach out to touch it.
I'm gonna try and stop Redabach because I like having a big burly dragonborn to fight along with, and this seems like a really dumb idea.
I'm just turning to Edith, like, Edith, you can seem to talk to things. They understand you. They don't see you as, a halfling.
Yeah, I kind of do have a thing with animals. I've been hanging out with them. Oh, sorry, my thing froze. My Zoom froze. Okay.
She's like,
Like, could you talk to the big thing over there? Maybe they won't kill us all.
Is anybody
Absolutely.
doing anything to stop me?
Yes, I am.
I
And I'm
I-
waddling over there as quickly as I can.
I politely turn to the group because it's a smallish room, right?
mhm.
I turn and I breathe at the rest of the guys, and I say, "I'm sorry," and I breathe at them. So everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone. It's a 30-foot line.
That 20.
Okay, 21.
18.
Oh, in total 24.
13.
As well.
I was nervous.
Anybody below a 14
Yeah.
takes full damage. 14 points halved to 7 for those who saved, and I run at the elemental.
Just like,
I cast grease in front of him
okay.
as I see him running,
Okay.
which will slick
Grease on
grease
ice.
covers a 10-foot square centered on a point within the range and turns into difficult terrain for the duration. When the grease appears, each creature standing in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
It's a 16.
Oh, no.
17 actually. I rolled an 18 and 16. So 17.
14 is the save. There's just no.
Oh, no.
I just go.
It's that it's like the Benny Hill sketch.
Yeah, exactly.
So, because
Bach,
of
what
the
are you
grease,
doing?
is anybody going to try anything else to stop him while he's on grease lightning?
So we were
I'm still trying to stop him.
Okay. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna grab his leg and I'm gonna pull.
Okay. With
Opposed
strength?
Opposed athletics.
Yep,
Mhm.
correct.
Sure, whatever you want.
Okay. 15.
I got 17.
Ooh.
So I grab your leg and I pull and I try and pull you back to the bulk of the group.
And he just slides across the grease.
What does the elemental do when I speak to it?
Are you sure there is no return?
You haven't seen the world the way I have.
And he
Trust
starts
me.
to walk towards you.
I'm gonna step between the elemental, and they were like, "Wait a minute."
I
Are
would
you
say
trying to
that
save it?
I've actively tried to move you, like to put myself between all of you. So I would even if you're trying to get past me, I will attempt to hit you. I realize that you're a halfling and that you're probably pretty sly, but I'm gonna attempt to shove you back if you attempt to get between me and the elemental.
Meanwhile, the gnome starts to run.
Actually,
Does anyone notice the gnome
No,
running?
it's not.
Yeah, thank you.
Get on the leg trying to
Thank
get.
you, Nar.
Not gonna happen.
so when I would rather than risk having to hit you, because reflexes, I would get a bonus attack on you. It's like I really want to hit my friend.
It's okay.
I just want to know what the hell is going on. Are you trying to save the thing or hurt the thing?
Just know that this will be better than anything else. Just let me go. I'm sorry. Just let me go.
Nat 20 on insight.
Nice.
Do I believe this?
Absolutely. So you absolutely believe it, and you also realize that he is racked with guilt. You see like a small glinting like metallic electric like tear slowly trickling with this little charge on it.
So sad.
Because he is racked with guilt. And yeah, so he 100% says it'll be fine.
We're
Then,
running out of time.
Wow.
They will survive.
I will just step back and just nod.
Okay, and as I watch Cole step back, because I trust him literally with my life, I let go of your leg and I stand up.
I just step full body into the elemental.
Okay. So as you
That's interesting.
hug the elemental,
Yeah.
water begins to force itself into your ears, nose, and throat. The haunting expression of pure terror on your face will always remain in your fellow adventurers' minds forever. Your bloated carcass starts to expand, and as you take a step back, he begins to glow a blinding neon blue light again. Your eyes all adjust to the light, and in an instant, you notice that he is no longer there, and there stands before you a celestial, heavy-muscled and striking beauty. They walk towards the door and beckon you forward. Thank you. Allow me to repay you by returning to my place by the Everbloom's side. With the life brook free, life returns quickly to Match, and eventually to Heart as well. The Iron House is dismantled and the creatures released to their natural habitats. The Life Brook and the Everbloom repopulate the creature population slowly and deliberately, giving the mortal races time to repopulate as well. A balance is achieved that rivals the greatest utopia, and with mortal races living in harmony with creatures and elementals. For the time being, at least, Heart is free for the thirst of power. That's the end.
We did it!
Yay! Awesome.
The only damage I took was friendly fire.
Wait, you also fell off the beast, so don't. Didn't you?
Yeah,
I
but
didn't take any
He
damage.
didn't take any
Oh
damage.
no damage. Okay, good.
No.
No.
He fell on the
Because-
bard. Oh.
Just wing it.
His baby and broke my fall.
All right.
Yep.
So, Mark, you
Oh,
know
guys,
the
it was
donations
so
are
much
at
fun playing with you all.
1,330.
Yeah.
Thank
Whoa.
you so much, everybody, for
Nice.
donating to the cause. We really appreciate it. We're so thankful.
Yeah.
Such an important cause.
Yes, and this is not the only game that's left. There's so much more. Welcome to the RPG. I believe the Welcome Party RPG is next, right?
I think
Pretty
so,
sure
yeah.
on the schedule. So make sure you stay and hang out with them.
Hey.
Yes,
Ooh.
there's a lot of giveaways also that are available from all kinds of people, such as like Ice Cream Dice. I heard they're out there too. Yes.
Yeah, we got a few things in the general pool, and then I got a couple of bonus sets because you guys raised over $200 in this 3 hours. You guys actually raised over $300.
Yes.
So that's freaking amazing. That is so much water for people. And as a Canadian, I got to be honest. The concept of a first world country like the States having a community that hasn't had fresh water in over 5 years
5 years.
is mind blowing. Like staggeringly. Like my
Yeah.
brain honestly can't comprehend the amount of governmental and construction style stupidity.
Man-made crisis, Mark.
Neglect.
Yeah.
Absolute neglect.
Yeah.
You know, people would go to prison if they denied their children fresh water for a week.
Mm-hmm.
They would never see their kids again.
Tired,
Never.
sick, for-
So
So really, every dollar matters. Mm-hmm.
it does. And I want to throw out a quick one to Friendly Dungeon Master himself, who wrote this adventure
Yes.
to try and do his best to kind of mimic the idea of like what would happen without water.
Mm-hmm.
So we were slightly restricted in what we could use as players so that we didn't break the game mechanics.
Yeah.
And I think as a group,
That was
we
super
came
fun.
up with some pretty
yeah.
creative solutions too.
Yeah.
You know, but you guys were wonderful to play with, and I've only played with one of you before.
Me.
So that's pretty amazing. I got a lot of love for all of you and everyone else who's donated.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Also much. We have 425 people have donated on the Ko-fi,
Mm-hmm.
which is incredible.
It is.
Like, keep it going. You know, everything helps. I mean, you can buy a pallet of water bottles for only a couple of bucks, and
Mhm.
you know that's what you're using to bathe. It's what you're using to drink and cook with and wash with. It's, I mean, the
Yeah,
amount
like-
of water that is
Oh
needed
yeah.
is
Literally, your McDonald's meal or your Starbucks coffee buys enough water for someone to drink for a day or more.
Mhm.
Like, grasp that. I'm not even going to get into it because I'll get too emotional.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for everything. We really appreciate it. We are going to log off now so that Welcome Party RPG can get on and stream their game. And we look forward to seeing you all in chat. We'll talk to you
Thank
later.
you all so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so
Thank you.
Thank you.